Hi guys, so I'm going to show you another video on how to play Gwent. Now, I don't think I've played this in Keep yet, but basically playing the guys behind the bar will often give you a card or reward if you haven't done that before. Oh, I might have played them actually already. Maybe I lost. Probably lost.
A game of Gwent.
But yeah, you usually get a card off these guys if you beat them for the first time. And if you're probably building up your card collection, this is exactly what you need to do anyway, just to hunt around, find a new barman, or follow the missions just to build up your Gwent deck. Now, if you've watched my first video, which will show you how to play, although admittedly, thanks guys for correcting me, I could have won that game. I lost it, actually, in the first video. Could have won it if I'd used my leader card. Thanks a lot for the tip. Pretty stupid, I know, but I was learning myself at the time. So I'm going to pick, I don't know which one to go for. I've got the Nilfgaardian Empire, picked a Torrential Rain card. What I'm going to do is, I've never used this, is change my leader card, so I've never used this one. Look at 3 random cards from your opponent's hand, which is something you can do, of course. You can have a look, see what other leader cards you have, and of course they all have their own little perks. And I have got quite a number of cards, but I've only got 22 unit cards. Sorry, yes, 22 unit cards, that's fine. I need all of those. Got 9 out of 10 special cards. Now, if you want to trim some of the special cards to maybe get rid of things that you don't think you want, maybe your leader card has already got one of these abilities, then get rid of that before you start the game. But hey, you know, I'm riding on luck here. I'm living on the edge. There we go. Right, so what have we got? This is where you start whittling down your cards. Get rid of the things you don't want. Any special cards? Wow, okay, I've pulled a few nice special cards. As you can see, I've been busy playing Gwent for a while. Cards like this, where they're shaking hands and they're of the same name, means they'll strengthen each other and they double each other, basically. What you really want to have when you've got cards like that is also one of the Commander's Horns, which will double it again on top, and it's a nice way to play 3 cards and get a huge amount of points. Although these are only 3 points each, it will actually end up doubling up for something like 6 each, which is 12 combined, and then you can double it again to get 24, which is pretty cool. This guy is only 1, but he does have the ability to resurrect somebody from my discard pile in round 2 or 3, so I might keep hold of that. It's not a bad deck, to be honest. I've got 2 special, what do you call them, medic cards, which do what I just described. So actually I will change this guy out. Oh, and another special. Jeez. Okay, I've got quite a lot of special cards. I could do with a clear weather card, but I've got so many specials that won't get affected by it. I'm not too worried. Oh well, what the hell? Let's start the game. Okay, so he's playing the Scoia'tael faction, and that leader card I don't recognise, but I don't know if you've noticed, or I certainly do, my leader card just doesn't seem to work sometimes, but that's because the opponent's leader card cancels yours out, so watch out for that. If the square button on the PS4 there doesn't appear for use leader card, that will be why. Okay, so start this game. He's played a combat card level 6, so I don't know, see ya and play ya, really. Actually, what have I got? That's my special weather card, and he started off with combat, so I tell you what, I might go for archers. Let's get that out the way, just in case I want to use this in the first round. Not likely, because I tend to throw the first round almost deliberately, just to try and flush out some of his special cards. I don't really want to use all of these specials yet. That's one of the trouble of having too many of them, is you kind of want to look after them for a while. Let's have... Alright, sod it. We'll go combat. Let's stick this guy down the front. Okay, so 3 points ahead of him at this point. Wow, okay. That card there, with the skull symbol, I don't think I've seen before. Now, what does that do? Destroy your enemy's strongest close combat units if the combined strength of all his or her close combat units is 10 or more. Right, so I basically, if I add another close combat to this, I think it, actually I don't think it will be effective. I don't think it's effective after he's played it. Okay, gamble, let's try it. Excellent, it didn't work. His didn't work, I mean. Spy card, so he's just drawn 2 more cards out of his deck for that. Annoying. Okay, I do have 2 points clear. He's got 2 cards more than me though. Most of his are in the combat section, so it's very tempting to throw down my combat card here and just wipe all out his units all down to 1, and then we pass the next round so that he has to play some of those additional cards that he's got. I'm going to give that a go. I know I'm wiping out my score, but I already have 12 left after his 3, so okay, he's just had to use 1 card, but then I suppose I've got him to force a special card out. Special cards, as you know, aren't vulnerable to the weather card, so it's a good move on his part. He only had to play 1 card and he's already 4 points ahead of me. It's tempting. I tell you what, I was going to say I was going to pass, but it's tempting to keep fighting this one out. I might just lay down the siege special. Let's just bump ourselves up 10 points ahead of him. It's his move, basically. Let's see what he's got. Okay, so if you haven't seen that symbol before, what that will do is go and fetch any other card from his deck which have the same name. All these 3 guys look different, but they will have the same name. It's a fantastic card to have. I've got a couple of them myself in another deck, yeah, very, very worth using. And just take one of them. If you get 2 of them drawn at the beginning, get rid of 1, because you'll be able to draw the others from your deck instantly as you play that one. So excellent card to have. Okay, with 22 each. I don't know if his faction... what does his faction do? There is a faction where if there's a draw, and I think it's this one actually, he'll win. I don't want to play these yet. I could have a look at 3 random cards. He's only got 7 left, unlikely to have any more spy cards. Let's have a look, see what he's got. I'll only be looking at 3 of the 7. Okay, he's got a Scorch card now. That is interesting. It will kill the strongest card on the battlefield, but of course not my specials. He's got okay, so he's got a normal sort of 6 level archer or combat, and a medic card as well. Okay, so he can revive, or apart from specials, he can pull back any of those other cards from his deck once they're discarded. Interesting to know he's got a Scorch though. That means these 2 cards here are vulnerable in the next round. Alright. Okay, so I think that will do. He's got 28 to my 22, however, I've got him down to now 6 cards versus 5. So let's pass this round. I'm willing to throw it away. Am I? Do you know, it's so tempting to play this card here. Because he'll get me 10. I know he's got at least 1 6, and which he's just used, so he might be coming down to weather cards now. I've still got a good few here. You're probably thinking, no, give up. Sorry. Most of the time, there you go, Scorch. He's taken the most valuable out. At least I've drawn that out. Okay, now I'm going to pass this round. Let him win. Knowing he's used that Scorch card, which is pretty cool. So he's going to play a decoy. That's another thing he's got. So decoy is pretty good. If you've already won, use your decoy and take one of your best cards off the map, off the game board. Sorry, and you can reuse it again in the next round. Alright, so he's played this number 7. Now, that's not one I saw he had before. I've got to win this round, obviously, because it's best of 3, and I've already lost that first one. So I've got 2 medic cards here. I'm going to C7, play 7, and I can play another card immediately from my discard pile, which can't be a special, but it can be a very high card. So let's grab those 10 points and stick that straight back on the board. Ah, Scorched. He's burnt that one again. Oh, he's such an evil man. Okay, so he had another Scorched card in his deck. Okay, well I've got 7 points to 7. We've got 3 cards each. He's got rid of the... he must have had 2 Scorches. He can't have a third, so I'm going to start playing these 2. These will double up each other, which should give me a total of 12 on that front row. Wow, okay. He had a medic card, yes, of course, we saw that before, so he was always going to pull something out. And here we go. Now, this, I have to... I don't know what's going to happen, so that doubles that up. Gets me 12, 19 points to 13. He's either going to pass this or carry on. Yeah, okay. Let's carry on. Who's he going to get? It's 19 to 19. We both have 1 card left each. The game can't end in a draw. I have to play this card. I have no other option, I don't think. This is so disappointing. I've got to... okay. I think this is going to end up... it can't be a draw and we have to replay. So I'll take back that card that's been scorched twice. He's passed. He has 1 card left. He's going to win the whole game. That's such a shame. Oh, he's played it. He's played it. Okay, so I won that round. Neither of us have any cards left. And his, yeah, okay, so, oh yes, I forgot, it's my faction. Oh my word, it's my faction that has, if the round ends in a draw, I win. I wish I'd remembered that earlier, I would have probably ended it. Wow, okay, that's great, so we won. A few tips there, a few things I completely forgot about, but at least we've learnt those things together. Thanks a lot, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll be back with more Gwent, but more videos from The Witcher 3, and check out the Batman videos on my channel too. Awesome game, and as is this one. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll be back soon. Good night.